Hey everyone, post-commentary ArchTalko here, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. Okay, so in the last part, we got through about halfway of Crown Dungeon, and we played a little bit of dodgeball with some pudding. Anyway, in this episode, we're going to do a little bit of backtracking and finally locate the location, words, of the boss key. Now, I'm actually recording this post-commentary because for those of you who use Audacity to record your commentary audio, you'll know that if you don't go back and delete what you've already previously recorded, you'll end up like recording a separate layer on top of it. So when I recorded part 19 and its commentary, I forgot to do that. And by do that I mean like delete that layer of audio. So then when I recorded this part's audio commentary, one and the same, is effectively two of me talking at the same time. Obviously really just the commentary from part 19 talking over my commentary for this episode. So I apologize in advance. This is going to be my first post-commentary episode, so hopefully I'm not too awkward. Anyway though, yeah. We're going to be getting into a section of the dungeon where I'm a little bit rustier, and if I'm gonna toot my own horn here, I think I do pretty dang well for not being exposed to it recently until like I had done this playthrough. But as you can see, I threw down a scent seed, and that's because its main function, that is like attracting enemies, is actually useful in this room. That's if you place a seed down, the enemies in the room, because this room, right, is like super dark, but there are hidden holes. Like there's only one real pathway through here. So if you lay a sensi down, the enemies will get attracted to it and fall down holes. So that way you don't have to deal with it. Anyway though, we're using the cane of Sumaria in order to figure out where this path is and like where the holes are. Now, as you're about to see, that particular section where I fell down kinda gets me a couple times. I think like 4 times. I'm not even kidding. I literally fall for the same thing 4 sleeping times. But yeah, really this room isn't that bad, but I just... I don't even know. You're about to see. Ready? Yay! 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 Okay. And in this one I finally outwit the unmoving hole. Ooh. Smarts. I do has them. Sometimes. You could even call myself a chasm of knowledge. By knowledge, I mean the opposite. Moronic? No. Stupidity. Anyway, though, if you want to, you can do that to go out of the room. But, as I noticed right after I did that, there actually is one of those diamond rock things, which you can use a switch hook on, and not hurt yourself on. So, anyway, I came back to the portal to, I believe this is where we fought the mini-boss. Yep, so this is the room above where the dodgeball pudding was. So, breaking some pots with nothing in them. Very disappointing if I do say so myself, which I do. The cane is finally starting to prove its worth. And again, using items from past dungeons. I love this game, it's so good, yeah. But still no sign of the boss key. But we do finally have the compass. We're only like 5/6 of the way through the game. Or not, through the game. Yep, no. Through the dungeon, and we only just got the compass. Yeah, a good design, yeah. Neat. Anyway though, sword beam being useful as usual. One thing to note, we have a heart piece that we still need to buy in the secret shop area. So I'm going to be going out of my way, pretty much like from here on out, to get as many rupees as I possibly can, hopefully without grinding. Like, that's the goal. It's like by the end of the game having 500 rupees so I don't have to grind. And I would encourage you to, if you're playing this game and you just see any rupees, well obviously if you don't have 500, if you see any rupees, just go for them, because I promise you, they add up over time. So, like even that 1 rupee from the bat may not have seemed too important, but believe me, they add up. Okay. So again, this part, oh my god, I remember this part giving me so much trouble as a kid. But I have to say, I did it pretty dang well. Especially, like, I was kind of going more off of, like, instinct than actual, like, memorization of what to do. So, like, right here, you'll kind of see it a little raw. Like, I go up here, and I kill the freaking tank blue wing thing. Just checking to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. These are basically just shortcuts to get back to various, like, main parts of the dungeon, because this is kind of out of the way. So, nothing really useful there, just, again, shortcuts when you need to backtrack once we get the Master Key. So, Master Key? Boss Key! Wrong game. So, wait, do any of the Zelda games even have Master Keys? I thought it was either, like, Big Key, like, oh, what's it called? Is it Twilight Princess that has the Big Key? And then, like, everything else has the Boss Key? Or is it, or is it Wind Waker that has the Big Key? Not the Boss Key. Or is it Wind Waker and Twilight Princess that... I don't even know. Okay, anyway, though, basically, what we have to do, right, is we have to set a bomb there so that, like, we give ourselves a little timer to get on top of the rising red blocks. But these freaking smiley bubbles kept getting in my way. So I think what you're really supposed to do is get your Pegasus seeds and like activate one and lay down a bomb and then bada boom bada bing. This is me again just checking that I'm doing it right and not looking like a moron. So I think here I finally get it through my thick skull. Yep. That we actually need the Pegasus seeds. So God, I swear though, these bubbles so annoying. Almost as annoying as the harpies from Terraria. Almost. Not quite. Again, this this little step up, this little ledge is just another shortcut to get back when you backtrack. Get back when you backtrack. That was beauty right there. Pretty much the complete and total personification of it, if I do say so myself. Okay, so basically, if you get to this room and you only have one small key, that's fine. You're doing it right. If you get to this room and you don't have a small key, you missed something. But there's a certain walkthrough on the YouTubes that does exactly how you need to do it, if you know what I'm saying. You should check them out if you're not already, even though you are, because you're actually viewing certain stud's videos as I talk. So I would assume that you actually know about the entire walkthrough and that you've been watching all the way up to this part. If not, what are you doing? Anyway though, as I was saying with the rupees, this chest has 50, so very useful. Nice little bonus. Anyway though, the backside to that is that we have to keep continually going past these screens to finagle the blue and red blocks. So, just one drawback, but not too bad overall. Anyway though, we are finally starting to get to the room with the Master Key. Master Key, why do I keep saying that? Boss Key. Also, I failed that jump, trying to go over the bubble. Whoops. That one. Alright, so here we go. This puzzle, I really like, if you play this for the first time, I'm pretty sure many people feel that this puzzle is a doozy. Mainly because they don't really give you much to go off of. I'm screwing up the seeds there. Now, if you activate this owl statue, right? Bring all to me. Also, I'm an owl. He's basically just saying to bring all of those blocks into the colored blocks that make a ring around it. But, like, I always think too much about it, and I always think that there's supposed to be, like, some pattern that, like, goes into this, but there's not. It doesn't matter the order that you put the blocks into this ring of colored tiles. The importance is getting all 8 blocks around it. So, we basically, again, have to do lots of finagling in order to essentially place them all around said ring. Yeah. Now, typically when I do this, I try to keep the colors as, like, close to one another. Like, you could, I'm pretty sure I would think that there's a way that, like, the way the blocks are originally placed in the room, there's a way to move the blocks around and keep them in those original positions. But honestly, that just gives me a bigger headache than it really should. So I just kind of go about it this way, and I would say it works out pretty good. Did this first try, but though, although I will say, this is also one of those puzzles that, again, if you think about it too hard, you might think that you've like screwed something up, but in reality, it's really hard to actually screw yourself over and like not be able to complete this puzzle. Like even if you get a couple blocks like right next to each other, I can almost guarantee that there's a way to undo the steps you've done and then actually free up some space. So this really isn't that hard of a puzzle. I would honestly say it's more of a time-consuming puzzle than an actual difficult one. So yeah, as you can see here, it'd be kind of a pain in the butt for me to get that blue that's by itself to the right of the second blue that's already on the tiles. So instead, I end up working it. Hold on. I end up working it onto the tile that's directly above the owl statue, and that works out pretty good too, because then that still leaves like a straight line for those yellow blocks to go onto. So yeah, strategies, they are a thing. And so if we place a block there, bada boom, bada bing, Ross Crisperdings. And then again, because the owl statue and the red statue is already blocking those two, it's really easy. I didn't actually have to break that block in order to move it up, but whatever. No harm done, don't you know? Okay, now in reality, I should have just placed a block like directly after I moved the top blue block on top, like up one. God, it's so complicated to try to talk. Anyway, should have done that right away, what I just did, but again, nitpicking, whatever. Let's still get it done. That's all that matters. So with that, we officially have our boss key, not master key, not big key, boss key. Alright, so now we are back to the boss room. Now, funny fact, I actually came to this room the first time with like 2.5 hearts. And, no, is this the... Oh, no, never mind. I know, I guess I came with more hearts. And I, oh, what am I saying? I came to it with not a whole lot of hearts. I ended up dying in this room, so then I had to go back and finagle, and it was a hassle, don't you know? Also, I keep saying finagle. I wonder why that is. Oh, I probably should have been reading this. Now begin! Whoops. So, this is a pretty infuriating boss battle, but it's also a pretty dang cool one. At least, I think. Mainly because, even though, I mean, in reality, like, all Zelda boss battles are really just puzzles, this one is, like, literally, like, almost 100% puzzle. Our goal is to get the different halves, or later on, thirds of the boss. Oh, here we go. Yeah, thirds. Our goal is to conjoin them so that we can actually, like, damage him. Really cool concept, I think. Really awesome use of the Kingdom of Mario. So, the only problem is that I am terrible at this, as you are about to see. I actually ended up resetting this 6 different times. So here is the 6th time, and of course I died. Of course. So let's try that again, shall we? What I failed to realize is that if you place a block and the boss is on that block, you can do that, but he'll like stay on the block. I just happened to glitch out and he started traveling along the walls, so that was kind of funky. I had to reset it, so here's another attempt. Yay, more attempts where I fail. Anyway though, I think that should, yep, there we go. Now, something to be careful about is that once the boss joins, he'll be slow for like a second or two, but then he'll speed up, and I keep falling for it, and he does like a whole heart of damage, so just something to keep in mind. Kind of just like give him a little bit of space before you start attacking him, because most likely if you just like attack him where he is right when he joins, he'll end up hitting you, and he'll end up killing you. At least for me. So yeah. Also, those blue bubbles that they shoot out, the little chublins. Why are they chublins? I don't even know. Realistically annoying, and I die. That's what I was talking about. You gotta be careful around the boss, or he will kill you dead. Okay, so we're back to this room. We're actually joining him on the other side, and here I finally learned to move out of the way. Whoa, knowledge, it's a thing. Whoa, crazy. Alright, so this is the final phase, and it is a doozy, if I do say so myself. I mean, look at that thing. We got like a 7 and some diagonals and 3 and cheese. Oh no, but I wish. So, I believe I die in this part too. Epic chase scene. Or no, it ends up taking a ridiculously long amount of time, and I end up glitching. So then I just reset the room. So, sorry, that is what happened. Post commentary, it's a thing. I kind of wish you guys could have heard my genuine reactions, because let me tell you something, there was some definitive rage in this one. My god. I always remember, like, I don't know, this isn't just the Let's Play curse, like, I always remember every time I got to this part when I played through it, I always had terrible luck at it. Also, we're down to a quarter of a heart. Oh boy. So yeah, this isn't Let's Play curse, I'm just genuinely terrible at this boss fight. And I think I die right here. Yep. Of course. So, I also kind of lost track, because I believe I actually cut out like 1 or 2 deaths too. I can't even remember how many times I died to this boss fight. Again guys, I'm terrible at it. There's no getting around it, I'm just, ugh. Anyway though, we finally got him, he's gonna finally join, and we can just spam the heck out of him with our sword. Ooh, that felt pretty dang good. Let me tell you something. Anyway though, now that we have the 5th dungeon complete, we can get our 5th middle school joke. You got the sacred soil, an essence of time, all that lies sleeping the earth will know that nurturing warmth of the sacred soil. Oh my god. Past me, give me some reading time. God dang. I don't think that I read it that fast. At least I don't think I did. Jeez. Broccoli, yay! Red broccoli is my friend for you and me. I still hear an essence echoing near rolling. Are you gonna press A? Hello? Ridge. Huh? I think someone's come! God dang. What was I even doing? I must have been talking about something. Oh? I was digging a new tunnel and I ended up here. What are... Give me time to breathe. You should check them out too. God dang. Anyway though, now that we've completed the 5th dungeon, we got our 5th Essence of Time, aka middle school joke. In the next part, we're going to check out what they were talking about with the new games, and explore the rest of Death Mountain. So, till then, see you next time, guys.